Early thoughts on the Toronto Maple Leafs 2023 draft pick. I think it was 22nd overall. This pick came from the Sandin trade. Man alive. Gustafsson is gone from the Sandin trade. Sandin is going to quarterback the Washington power play for the next decade. He had a slightly better run to the end of the season than Riley did and was only $1.4 million in cap hit. Probably will cost Washington $5 a year, whereas Riley's costing us 7.5 to do the same thing. So already, I'm like, what is this organization doing? We developed Sandin for how many years? 5 years? We played through, all the defensemen take time, right, to get up to speed in the NHL. And we sat through all that and played through all that. And he was actually doing very, very well, people forget, with Liljegren back in November when we had a whole bunch of players out. That was our best pairing for quite a while. So a lot of us hated to see Sandin go. So we end up with a pick. What do we do with it? This team. Easton Cowan is 5'11", 170 pounds, a right winger. Played for the London Knights. I've seen his highlights, and not only his highlights, but just his plays. Honestly, doesn't look like anything special to me. He was ranked 51st in prospects. Bob McKenzie had him 53rd. We've taken him, 22nd, 23rd. Like, why? I don't get it. I really don't get it. There's got to be, and I will check, like back in 2020 when Dubas, maybe it was Shanahan, drafted Amarov, a lanky center. Like, there was Schneider there. There was Goulet, two solid NHL defensemen now for the Rangers and the Canadiens, respectively. Why don't we just draft a solid player who's going to be a second pairing at minimum? Why not? And stick with him. Don't get angry at him like we did about Shen and say, oh, he's rubbish, and get rid of him, and then a decade later say, oh, we need Shen, he's our savior, he's going to take us to the cup. Like, the moves are just so stupid, it's unbelievable. There must be a 6-foot-plus solid defender who can skate forwards, skate backwards, defend in his zone, take the body, hit. That's all we need. We need to fill, because Gio is 40 this year? We need to replace him. We may need to replace Nylander, or we may need to replace Marner, but there's going to be something coming back there. So why draft a small skill forward? He's not, 5'11" is not small, but he's not a power forward. And it's strange because it's exactly the same thing Dubas has done in Pittsburgh. So I don't get it, personally. I don't get it. You have Joseph Wall, who looks fabulous. I think we can make a run with him. We have Hall, who's just left. Gio, who is tired by the playoffs. Liljegren, who's not a stud defenseman, who's a good defenseman. Brody, we don't know if he's coming back. We have McCabe, who cost us a first. So get a stud who next year or the year after is going to be on the second pairing with McCabe. Pay the money for Shen. We got Riley, nothing we can do, no move contract, and there's your top four. Why draft a right winger? I don't get it. I don't get it. For me, it's a nonsense. I'll be surprised if the kid plays in the NHL, personally, after watching him. But we'll see.